I felt like it was coming off, like the paint was coming off. And I was like, oh, I'm good.
Yeah.
Then I'm looking at it like, wait, like half the midsole is gone. Like I cut the midsole off and I was like, okay, video, fail.
I'm Bryan Phillips. Welcome to Pair It Up, where I invite a special guest to help me customize a pair of shoes. Today's pair of shoes is an Air Force One, and my special guest you may already know from his very own YouTube channel, Sneakerhead Restorer and Customizer Extraordinaire, SneakerHeadInTheBay, Alex Walter.
Hey guys.
How you doing, Alex?
I'm good, how are you?
Doing good, thanks for coming out. We have a pair of Air Force Ones. We're both gonna paint each shoe, but the catch is there is a theme. Considering that you are a sneakerhead aficionado, a bit of a historian yourself, you've gone to great lengths to get shoes that you love, to make shoes that you love, restore old pairs of shoes that you love. So I thought it would be only fitting that our theme today be Grail or Holy Grail, whatever shoe you've always wanted and loved, we're going to apply to our Air Force One.
Right.
Sound good?
Yep.
All right, cool. So as with any custom, it starts off with the prep stage. So we'll just dive right in and get started prepping our shoes.
Sounds good.
Just like how every custom sneaker starts with the deglazing stage, every creator, artist starts with their story. So where does the Sneakerhead in the Bay story start? How does a young Alex Walter decide he's gonna share his interest on YouTube and create this, you know, what you've created pretty much?
It started off in 8th grade. That's when I got into shoes. And you know, at that age, it's kind of hard to attain certain sneakers if you don't have, you know, income and all of that. And I got to a point where, you know, I didn't want to ask my parents for money because I know how it is. It's going to be hard for them to support a hobby such as sneakers, you know, because it gets really expensive.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure every sneakerhead has had a parent not understand why their hobby is so expensive.
Yeah. I mean, you could get like a couple shoes, but you know, you have to wear those shoes to the ground. So I went out and I tried to figure out a way to make money. And the main way that I can make money that I figured out was to clean shoes for people. I noticed a lot of the tutorials online were pretty long, and like out of a 16-minute video, maybe 2 minutes of it is actual juice. So what I figured is, you know, in my free time, maybe I could teach people after I teach myself and make these videos a little bit better. So if you look at my first videos, it's gonna be like the raw tutorials showing people how to do things, just me as a teenager. And that's how this all started.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's SneakerHeadInTheBay from Angelus bringing you guys a brand new video.
My main tip to get a crispy paint job is to make sure you spend time preparing the midsoles. And you want to make sure you have the correct color paints, and you want to make sure they are the Angelus leather acrylic paints. I hope you guys learned something from this video. SneakerHeadInTheBay.
So since our theme here is Grail, what in your mind is your like holy grail that you've never gotten your hands on or can't seem to find?
So this kind of goes back to a couple of years ago when Saucony let me create my own shoe. So that was just an all-around great experience where, you know, it's like I was pretty young at the time, and giving someone that power at such a young age and that ability to just create what I want to create, that felt really good. So I want to do that more in the future, but I just don't know when an opportunity like that will come again. And that's kind of why I decided to create my own custom again, but a Nike version, because I've always wanted to work with Nike. I think it's just one of those things that's like, if you're a sneakerhead, that's like one of the top things to do.
I totally get that. Speaking of, how did that Saucony collaboration come about? Where did that come from?
So I used to be part of their seeding program along with a couple other influencers, and they would just send us you know, upcoming sneaker releases, and we would, you know, post it on Instagram, just show the brand some love. And I guess it was really working pretty well for them. And they decided, you know, to take it a step further since the whole program was already working, and they gave us, you know, the ability to create our own shoe. And I was like, man, this is really cool.
That's the dream right there for any sneakerhead, right?
Yeah, and I was thinking about it. I was like, I'm gonna have to miss a few days of school for this. You know, college is pretty crazy right now, but this is like once in a lifetime opportunity.
So did they fly you out to their offices so you can like talk and design with them?
Exactly. They told us to, you know, come in with an idea, but they also laid out a bunch of materials that, you know, we were able to choose from and just give us free range on everything.
Did you get to choose the base shoe, or is that something that they already had it set in mind?
We got to choose any shoe that we wanted. A lot of the creators chose the same one though. Yeah.
You've got a pretty solid collection. You do plenty of videos showing off your collection and giving people insight into what the Sneakerhead in the Bay collection looks like.
Yeah.
What so far in your time has been your favorite pair of sneakers that you've gotten?
Favorite pair of sneakers? Wow. I think my most worn pair of shoes has to be the Bread ones. And that's just because I love black and red. And I feel like that silhouette is just so classic and so timeless. Like it will never ever go old.
What would you say is probably your most valuable sneaker that you've gotten?
That's tough. I feel like, okay, so value could mean money, and value could also mean what it means to you.
Yeah.
So, not to sound like corny or anything, but I feel like the sneaker that I created with Saucony, that one would be the most valuable in terms of my first time working with a brand like that to that extent. That's the most valuable.
For sure.
But money-wise, I had a pair of Red Octobers at one time.
Wow.
And I don't know, at that time I thought it was a good idea to spend that much on shoes, and I kind of realized that, you know, that much money sitting on my shelf is not chill right now. So I sold it.
You're an owner of a minivan, but not just any minivan, a sort of upgraded, tricked out version of a minivan. What brought you down that path? What made you want, of all the cars that you could possibly get, what made the minivan speak to you the most?
When I was around 16, I would go to car meets a lot. And, you know, I'm always looking at the cars, and one stood out to me the most. It was a slat minivan, because I've never seen that before. And I thought it was so cool because, I mean, I feel like it's more special when you don't see it as much, you know? So after that, I kind of started seeing them every now and then, just a little bit, but not a crazy amount. So I was like, you know what, maybe it'd be cool to buy a van. I bought it with the intent of using it to use it as like a homie car, just chill with all the homies in it. And then I dumped it, and it got to the point where it's too low if I carry that many people, so it doesn't work like that anymore. But I still use it for packages, so that always comes in handy. I was just thinking about it too. I did a exhaust on it too, and that I was surprised because I thought that wouldn't sound good. But it doesn't sound like a minivan. When you would never know what car it's coming from.
So in your time as a YouTuber, a sneakerhead, and now just pretty much an influencer in sneaker culture, you guys do a lot of public events. You guys are out there in the front with your fans. You have people ready to meet you and take photos with you. What has been sort of the best fan interaction you've gotten so far?
I think all of them are special in their own way. A lot of them that do stick out are the ones that you wouldn't expect that kind of person to be watching your videos. So for example, David and I were at SneakerCon, and this dad comes up to us and he's like, oh, I really mess with your videos. I'm a stay-at-home dad and I watch your stuff all the time. Like, just keep doing your thing. And we're like, I thought kids just watched us, you know? Yeah. And you'll get the occasional, like, you'll get the kid with his grandma.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and the grandma would be like, oh, you're doing great. Like, keep it going.
Well, it must be crazy for you, especially since you've been doing it at such a young age. I feel like maybe a lot of people that have been fans from the start, or maybe have gone back and watched all your videos, they might feel a special bond in that, like, they've watched you grow, not just as a YouTuber, but literally as a person. I feel like, I'm pretty sure for a lot of fans, they feel like they've been there with you every step of the way.
That's why I like to leave that stuff up, because it reminds you where you came from. If you've improved, you can see it, and you know, you just appreciate moments like that.
It seems like, you know, between the videos and the vlogs and Instagram, you know, and your popularity, your life is kind of consumed in a way by being recorded and being on film. Does that ever feel a little overwhelming at times, or distracting maybe while you're in the moment?
I think to me it's just balance.
Okay.
Balance, people. Keep that balance where, let's say if you're on a vacation, you can enjoy yourself, but still document stuff at the same time. It doesn't mean be on your phone all the time. It doesn't mean, you know, Snapchat and record all the time. It's just realize when you should be enjoying the moment. Know that that could be your last moment doing that, so you take advantage of that time.
Yeah.
But if you're free and you think it's a good idea, just record a little bit and then enjoy the rest of your time. I have a really bad video going out soon. It's one of the biggest fails I've ever done on a restoration. I haven't done a repaint in a while, and I was trying to use something different other than, you know, acetone to remove paint from the midsoles. So I got my Fisker knife, and I was like, oh, what if I just like slide this under the paint and cut it off?
Yeah.
And that Fisker knife is so damn sharp. I felt like it was coming off, like the paint was coming off. And I was like, oh, I'm good.
Yeah.
And then I'm looking at it like, wait, like half the midsole is gone. Like I cut the midsole off. And I was like, okay, video, fail.
But that's smart though. You could like turn a total mistake, a total disaster into just another video that's gonna get views and get attention and get like, but it's gonna be a good video too. It's gonna be entertaining. It's gonna be fun. I'm getting just about done with my shoes. How are you doing on yours?
Pretty much done as well.
All right, cool. So we're gonna get these set up for the final reveal on what Alex and I made with these Air Force Ones. All right, we've come to the conclusion. It is time to reveal what Alex and I made with these Air Force Ones. You ready?
Yep, let's do it.
On mine, I did a Kith, Ronnie Feig, salmon toe, ASIC inspired Air Force One. Just simple salmon toe on the toe, bordering around the swoosh, some little accents here and there. Alex, what did you make?
I made this after my first Saucony design, so I went with the same colorway. The burgundy red and the gold for the Bay Area, and then the black just to contrast with it. And I went with the black leather laces just because I wanted that more luxurious feel.
Great. Thanks for coming, Alex. Thanks for doing this with us. It's been fun. Did you have a good time?
Yep.
Good. Let everybody know what you got going on, where they can find you.
You can go ahead and follow me on Instagram at SneakerHeadInTheBay, or check out my YouTube channel if you guys want to learn how to customize your shoes or restore, or like sneaker content in general. You can go ahead and check that out at SneakerHeadInTheBay as well. That's pretty much it.
Awesome. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know below who you want to see next on the show. Say bye to Alex. Say bye to me. Thanks for watching.
We're trying to rent a car, like a GTR, just for fun. and we saw it for $250 on Turo. We're like, oh, it's not too bad. Yeah. And then we added it to cart, and it was like $850 a day. Young driver fee, extra insurance. It would have been fun though.